Absolutely amazing. But is it right, you actually turned down the host job 3 times?
I did. You can tell by that I'm not very wise when it comes to my career. Yeah, I turned it down 3 times because I thought, well, Claudia and Alan in the American version have made it so iconic, and it's such a well-known show. It's a bit of a arrogant thing to decide to host it. But I suppose I didn't want to do an imitation of what Claudia does, so I didn't know what I could do with it. And then I thought about it, and I thought, well, you know, in Ireland we have so many things ourselves that we can do. We have our own mythology, our own culture, our own language, all these things that we could bring into this version of Irish Traitors. So I'm very glad I was convinced by Kite Entertainment to do it because I had the best time.
And we're very glad too, because it's absolutely brilliant. I've been binging it on iPlayer. And as you say, it's got its own identity, hasn't it? I mean, you've got those magnificent Irish wolfhounds in that kind of opening sequence that we just saw in the clip there. What were they like to work with, Siobhan? Were they well behaved?
Oh, they had bigger trailers than I had. So they were very... Actually, that's a mother and her three or four sons, and one of the sons was very bold. I quite liked him, actually, but I don't think he made the cut. He wasn't made for television. He was a bit too much of a wild spirit, so we couldn't get him to behave all the time. But the rest were absolutely wonderful. And of course, that's sort of exactly even the opening image with the wolfhounds, which is very iconic in Irish mythology, and the idea of Mother Ireland has these wolfhounds and Cuchulainn and stuff. So it was really important to us that we, as much as we could, we put in lots of all Celtic and Irish references.
Yes.
You mentioned Claudia Winkleman and Alan Cummins, host of the UK and the US
all
versions,
hail,
of
all hail.
course. Yeah, well, they're both famous for their fashion as well, aren't they? And how important was it for you and having your own style?
Oh my gosh, so important. It's sort of a way that I always get into characters when I'm an actor, and the way I approach presenting, because I'm not a presenter. I mean, I'm a blackguard. I'm an absolute chancer. So the way I approach it is approaching it like a role. So we developed this role for the Traitors persona, and I love clothes, and I'm so passionate about, you know, I'm a plus-size woman, about wearing clothes that aren't just a tent. Unless you want to wear a tent, you know. So we found all these incredible young Irish designers, and I'm so proud of the work that we did with them. There's a really amazing sort of portfolio of incredible Irish design, so it was really important to me. And actually, there's a few Easter eggs in what I'm wearing. Sustainability was really important to me. I had a lot of like high street clothes that I had myself, and instead of getting new frocks, I would send them off, and we would get them embroidered and adapted and recut to suit this persona of the Lady of the Manor, Lady Muck, we called her. So sustainability, sort of young Irish designers, inclusive sizing, these were all incredibly important. But if you see in certain things, I'm wearing cloaks, and in Irish it says Caradíle.
Isn't it? I love things like that. But you've been busy, haven't you, Siobhan? Because we also see you on our screens with the great pottery throwdown. I hear you've been getting involved in some of the challenges yourself. You're very invested.
Oh my gosh, I rubbish versions of what the potters themselves are doing, and all it's taught me is how brilliant they are and how rubbish I am.
I love it. I love it.
But you're so busy because it's going to be off with the apron and on with a chef's hat, because you're going to be back as Della for more Amanda Land. Tell us about that.
Oh yes, so Amanda Land is back for a second series. The response to it last year was so amazing. We were so gratified. I mean, as you know, it's incredibly difficult to do it. They're the two magnificent ladies themselves. It's very hard to do a spin-off. It very rarely works. I mean, you know, Frasier is a notable exception to the rule, but you can't really think of another one. I can't really think of another one, but I'm sure there are. But like, so we were a bit nervous about a spin-off, but the reaction to the series has been amazing. So it was really great going in to film the second series. Our characters are a bit more sort of settled in, you know, the audience knows who we are, and there's lots of twists and turns for this series. I think it's going to be really good.
So much to look forward to.
Such good fun, wasn't it? Such good fun. Well, you can watch the next episode of The Traitors Island on Monday evening at 9 on BBC 3. The first 6